All right, welcome back from the desk.
Yeah, we in
Welcome back from the desk below. We got the visual sessions. This is episode 3. I have returning guest, but then this time he brought somebody who killed to actually with him on the Six Man. So I'm going to proudly introduce our returning guest with my guy Madhattan. Together they actually released a fire collaboration called the Six Man. So what's up with you guys tonight?
What up, Lo? How you, Ken?
what's going on, bro?
Or, we just finished smoking some big choppers over here. I was telling my guys over here we're bumping that motivation, the intro to that. They're like, yo, man, these guys sound like they should have been signed to Aftermath. I'm like, yo, that's what I said.
That's peace. That's respect right there.
Wow, love, G's. Appreciate that.
So, let's get right into it, you guys, too. I was curious, on how you guys came across one another, too, because, have you guys been working together for a long time, or was it something you guys came across each other? How I came across Madhattan. I'll tell you all in a bit.
Now, this the first time we started working together. I met Jag through Flea. Flea pulled up at the studio session I was at. I was working on some shit, and he brought Jag with him. We just got to talking, and we was like, yo, we got to put something together. We got in the lab and started fucking around with this, and that was pretty much it.
That's a fact, G.
Okay. So, because, this is just from a fan standpoint, too. Jag, was the Six Man a solo project that you decided to bring Madhattan in?
Nah, actually, it never was a solo project. It was actually always from the beginning of the project. Like I said, every song I do, I kind of make from scratch. So, this was an opportunity for me in Madhattan to kind of build on that kind of platform with me, him, and French.
And for the people who listen to, French produced the whole thing, right?
That's a fact.
There's one joint from Troop.
Yeah, Troop blessed us with a joint and gave us some fire with that Ambitions of a Rider joint.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that Six Man. That sounds like French production right there.
Yeah, it was mostly all 5 joints except for the one from Troop. That's all French.
Yeah. Every other joint is French.
And the best part about that is that we actually sat in the lab with French and built them shits from the ground up. Looked for samples and everything.
That's a fact. Madhattan really pulled up every session and really put his input in on every last track we built. So that's why every track it sounds like something that's built for both of us because we was both there. You know what I mean?
And it's not like over email and stuff like that. You guys were actually in the studio,
no.
Yeah.
Nah, we was in French. We was in French lab together for everything that we did. I think Ambitions of a Rider, he was in Rochester or something like that.
That's a fact.
When I recorded it and sent it to him, but that's the only one that we had correspondence through email with the record and anything like that.
And that was only because I was on tour with Flea at the time. Flea be moving, so we had an opportunity to go open up with Etho, which was actually a very dope show because it was his home opener in Rochester. So even adding to that, him sending me the joint from Troop, it was like a dope aura all around.
And even on a better note to that, even when I recorded my verse, I FaceTimed Jag when he was with Flea, and they was in a 7-Eleven, and I played him the verse. He's like, yo, I'm jumping on that joint, 100%.
Oh, fact.
Yeah, bro, real shit.
Yeah, because you guys have no features on this too, right? Just you two.
No features, just us two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just us.
Okay. And you guys kept it 6 tracks, obviously, hence the Six Man too. But on the title track too, you guys actually get really personal and heartfelt too. And I would say that's the most heartfelt track on the album too. What made you want to put that the second track as opposed from the intro too? Because you guys have the motivational track first.
Well, because the Six Man, that's the title track. You know what I'm saying? We felt like Motivation had a lot more energy, and we wanted to start the project on an upbeat note.
It's always good to start with motivation because motivation gonna get you started. Feel me?
Well, just the way that the album starts off too, it's just you guys don't have somebody talking at the intro. It's actually you guys with that French. It's crazy the way that just from down to the artwork because the people I peeped that South Vanguard interview when they were asking about the peak mask and stuff like that. It's oh, okay. But you guys actually continue that theme too. We'll get into those later projects too. But what made you want to continue that from the Survivors all the way to the Six Man and bring Manhattan along with you? Like you said, like you said, Flea was around too, but like, what was the action that's like that we got to do a project together? Like, what was that initial then invitation?
Both rap. We both rap. We both drum on everything.
Yeah. Like that. I really wanted to get to that point. Like Manhattan stands on his own too on every track, and his performance in the booth is like subpar to none. Like when I see my brother get in the booth and like really do his thing, he like really holds his own. So like that's something that I look for in an artist as a fan, not only as an artist but as a fan of hip hop. So when I'm checking like Manhattan, it's like he really like embodies like what I'm looking for somebody to listen to. So like what kind of how dope would it be if I could get to do a project with somebody I'm actually a fan of?
And that's a likewise situation. That's why we gel so well throughout the entire project. It's because we're both fans of each other and we both wanted to do this. And it wasn't no situation where we was forced into doing it.
That's a fact.
It was just something that we sat there and was like, you know what? We got a couple records. Let's keep going. Let's make a whole project. We was just testing it and playing around, making records.
Yeah,
and then it's like, yo, let's put this whole shit together and have a whole project come out. And
we
that's
really
how it came
was just
about.
having fun. Like this shit wasn't really like we was going in there like, oh, it gotta sound like this one. It was like really just natural. So by the time like we was at the 6 or 7, we was like, well, it makes sense. We're doing the 6 man. Let's make it 6 tracks. So we had by the time we got to the amount of tracks that we wanted, and we heard the playlist and we got the organizer, it was like, yo, this is like beautiful. Like this is really came together type well.
Yeah, because it was first time I ever heard of Manhattan too. He came across my radar around the IMT too. Shout out to Ike from the Heights and MC too.
That's the bro right there. That's the bro right there. Ike is a stand up dude, 100%. If you watch my video for my last project, Repercussions, I shot that whole thing in Ike's store. Like shout out to Ike, bro. Shout out to all the people that store fame and everything like that. They show wild love all the time, bro.
It's fat. And Dave the Dead track too. That's what set it off right there. I was like, oh shit.
Death Day, me and Fast. Yeah, Death Day was with me and Fast, 100%.
Okay. And then the actual when I actually got to check out like you as a solo, you actually came with Repercussions with Envy, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Paul himself, what'd you say, my bro? The bro Fats was outside the window. He wanted us to shout him out and say,
salute
oh,
to
yeah,
Fats.
Shout out to Fats. Shout out to Fats.
That's a Fendi, yo. That's my fucking brother, man. Y'all know if y'all know G4, y'all know Fats is right there.
That's 100%.
Like my man, my brother.
Yes, you can put him on too, yo.
We on the block right now. You know, today was my brother's funeral.
I definitely seen earlier.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, we on the block right now because today was my brother's funeral. So, I want to say shout out to Manhattan for pulling up because like this is really a family event right now, and like he's family to us. So like when he pulled up, you know, everybody show love like it's like he's from here, like you know what I'm saying, and that's love because like we ain't really the most accepting block of all places, like you know what I'm saying. But salute to 11-5, like and like RP Wayne, man. Salute to all the block, like everybody out here celebrating, showing love.
You already know my condolences, bro. You already.
I appreciate you, King. Like I said, your presence here is enough. It says enough, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, my condolences, my G. I didn't even know today was the day.
Yeah. So that's like you know what I'm saying, but we gotta be professional. So I appreciate you giving us your time. So like I'm gonna make myself available at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like I was saying too, earlier when I got to check out Manhattan as a solo, I came across Reproductions too. Most people would be like, "Oh my God, the track of Conway," but I actually gravitated towards like the Love Hate and the Sign of the Cross too. Because when I heard like Sign of the Cross, I was like, "Oh shit." Is the producer's name Envy?
Yeah, producer's name Envy. He's also he engineers everything I do. He's one of the best sound engineers in the game right now, other than French. And
salute to Envy.
Salute to Envy.
I was about to bring up French,
Huh?
I was just about to bring up French, sorry to cut you off.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Salute to French always. You know that's the big bro. You know what I'm saying. So, but salute to Envy. Like you know what I mean. That a lot. Everything I get to hear with Manhattan and Envy is quality hip hop. So it's like I never got to work with Envy That shit is always straight gas.
And then,
Fact.
you collaborate frequently with Fast Life too. I was wondering where that chemistry.
My bro, that's my bro. I met Fast maybe a year ago. I hang out with that motherfucker more than I do my family. That's
Okay.
like my brother right there. Real shit.
Man, salute to Fast Life.
Fast Life, you already know.
I was gonna say you guys got like the foot on the gas too. You got the duck season out with him too, right?
We about to drop a project real soon. We
Wow.
finishing that up right now. Yeah.
So like, so you're not opposed to collaborating with other artists too, because you'd be surprised how much people are all opposed with doing a full project with
I'm not opposed to collaborating with artists who are genuine people.
Okay.
Genuine people and who I rock with on a level that's above music. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I fuck with Jag as a person. It don't matter if he rap. He just happened to be fucking nasty at rapping. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with Jag as a human being, as an individual. I fuck with his energy. We both mesh well, and that's why I wanted to do this shit with Jag.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Madhattan
saying?
is more than just the bars, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just that's the icing on the cake. Is that like my brother's actually fire, like, you know what I'm saying? But like his person, how he deals with life, how he is as a father, how he is as a person, like,
and that's the same.
Like, I represent Fly Family, like, you know, the things that I value. Every last person I get to talk to, I talk about Fly Family. I talk about, you know, me being a dad and like the shit that I try to build, like when I'm talking about building a legacy. And he's someone who I watch, like, outside of, like, you know, the music, outside of everything that, you know, he has going on in the positive aspect. He's building for his brand, but like as a father,
100%.
as he spend times with his daughter, as he spend times as, you know, as a working man on top of building his brand as a craft, outside of all of the hoopla of the, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop, you know, what we consider the nitty gritty of the music. You know what I'm saying? There's more than that with him. So like, that's why that project came together, is who he is as a person. He's actually a fucking dope person. So the music just happens to reflect that.
And that's the same way I look at Jag. It's the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do no project with nobody who's a deadbeat dad or nothing like that. I'm gonna do a project with somebody who got kids and is a fucking real man, takes care of his kids, good father, does what he has to do, and he's out here being a real genuine person. You know, that's more important to me than anything.
That's a fact.
Connecting on that level. Authenticity, as Jag would say. Authenticity, as Jag would say. That's a fact.
I was curious on the session for White and Gold Douce, if there was a lot of Douce in that session.
Go ahead, man. Yo, double cross.
It's in the car right now. You already? He was smoking White Gold.
I ain't got no White Gold.
Smoking White Gold. I was drinking Douce.
Some Bubba Double.
Douce was on deck, and the lounge was on deck.
All that, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got Gelato 41 on the outside, Sour on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It's gas all around. It ain't no White Gold right this moment. You know what I'm saying?
It just happened to be at that time, no.
Yeah, it was a White Gold and Douce night. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was really just like the title, because I literally happen to have a package of White Gold that was some gas, and you know, every time that hand pull up, he got double Douce. So like, he ain't playing. That's how you do it. You know what I mean?
Douce done, bro.
Douce done in the flesh.
When you guys are actually finishing the project too, like after it's mixed and mastered too, like you guys have to ride around with it for a couple of days to be like, okay, this is ready to come out, or do you guys know like as soon as when the last song's completed? I was curious about that process.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't feel like there's no time that we've been like, and I don't mean to sound arrogant, but like, I just like to tell the truth. It wasn't a time where we got in a booth and the song wasn't a home run. So it was like,
we was
like, so that's how we was doing it. We was like, yo, bro, you know, we like 3 for 3 now. Like,
every time it was 2 for 2, 3 for 3,
you know, 4 for 4, right?
5 for 5.
Yo, the shit called a 6 man, yo, bro. We just went 5 for 5. You know, if the next session, like, if we hit another home run, we're done. Like, it's just God's work.
And
there's no way we could be mad.
It wasn't just us saying it's 5 for 5, 4
That's
for 4.
Fact.
It was French saying it's 4 for 4, it's 5
and
for 5.
And what's mad is because he's creating the canvas. You know what I'm saying? You know? So as we building this picture, he's sitting there like, yo, y'all boys is wow. And he get to see me work on a regular basis. You know, French is my brother. So to see Madhattan come in there and keep up with the level of pressure that I bring from a creative standpoint, like, you know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of,
he write a lot.
Like, I write a lot.
He writes a lot.
And I write very fast. So it's like,
yeah.
not a lot of artists even want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want me to send them the song and they want to get their verse off on their own creative time. Madhattan came in every fucking session and performed. It was so crazy because, no, all honesty, shit, me and French, last session me and him had, I said, yo, you know what's funny? It's not a lot of artists I came in here and say, like, really kept up with me. And not, it wasn't on no arrogance, it's because, like, I'm so seasoned and we're literally making a beat on the spot. So it's not like anybody got any time to build with something and they had the beat and it's like, yo, you had it for days, so you should have some type of rhythm.
Keep it a stack. Like, we had the sample and both of us had our verses done before the drums was laid.
That's a fact. All this shit. Every song was written before the beat was complete. Like, no bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of time, that's the level of production Madhattan can keep up with. So it's easy for me to make songs with him because, like I say, I'm someone who makes a lot of music because, like, I'm very, very, I'm seasoned with my pen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
so,
we've both been doing this for what, like 20 years,
20 plus years at this point. But it's beautiful because a lot of artists, they can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the authenticity. It's like, you know what I mean? To see somebody who, like, don't know you really, it's not like I spent years and years with him and he's like, oh no, I know how Jag play. I know what he about to do every session he walk in. Nah, there's a new experience for him. He's just fire and he don't give a fuck. So every time he walks into the studio, he putting his best foot forward and he's putting a body bag in the booth.
And like, I'm glad you brought me into the fold that we ended up
like,
doing
yo, that
shit
shit
together.
Was crazy. Like, cause I'm used to it, but to see somebody else do that is like, oh man, like it's like being a pit bull and seeing another pit. It's like, oh, okay, you ready? You came to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you really came to ball. You ain't nothing soft over there. My son came to play for real. Like, that's how Madhattan come. Like, any artist who get to work with him, be prepared for the pressure. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the level that Jag, you know, push you to. You push each other like that. And that's how we both got it like that. He pushed me to my best, I pushed him to his best.
Every
and
time,
we was both there just getting it in every session. And I think how many, I can't even tell you how many times he's like, motherfuckers ain't drumming like this.
That's a fact.
Like real talk.
Like, yo, we walk out the booth and I'll be like, yo, you realize what you just did? Yo, you saw what you just did?
That's a fact,
like,
bro.
that shit was crazy. Just wild out.
I think I forget which record
and then, hold on, let's not even talk about he going in and one taking shit.
I was about to say.
Let's just tell the truth. He going in the booth.
He doing the same
He
shit.
writing the verse on the spot before the beat is completed, and then going in the booth and one taking. So it was like, oh nah, you ain't coming to my house and playing like that.
Jack came right back.
Play.
We was trading punches.
Like,
we was trading punches.
You came to my house to play. I got to hold it down now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was about to bring that up. It's funny that you brought that up. I was about to bring that shit up right then and there.
Authentic, like authentic. His productivity level is high. Like, that's why I fuck with Madhattan.
100%. I just came from the lab right now.
Like, every day he's there.
I just came from the lab right now.
Like, a lot of artists not really like that. Like, they talk about it, but it's your everyday life. It's your day to day. What are you doing day to day? Madhattan is putting his effort in day to day to build his brand. I have no problem working with no artist like that ever.
That's a fact, and that's likewise, bro.
And it's like, too, like, you got to be consistent if you really want to do something and take it serious, too. Because a lot of people, they're not consistent. Let's be real.
That's a fact.
Yeah, hard work and consistency will take you very far in life, bro.
When you Google Madhattan Mayor, you see the results. And that's not on no arrogance. That's because he put the pain in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing to do with tooting your own horn. Look it up. Take your time. Look it up. Look at his resume. Look what he's done. Look at the response. Look at the level of art he's putting out. It's a blessing to get to do a project with a brother like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know the drive I'm bringing to the table. I'm the survivor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I represent the bottom. I try to bring a voice for the bottom. So I can't not work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost part of the criteria. So to meet somebody else who's that hungry all the time, it's a blessing. You got to be grateful for that.
Nah, that's a fact. I agree with that shit 100%. And I see Jag out here working all the fucking time. Jag did what? You did 150 songs last year?
Literally, like not
150
even
songs.
no, like it was so funny because I was speaking to somebody about some work and they asked me if I had a project coming, and I said not to be funny, I could drop whenever I want. Not because like it's funny, it's because I have the music. Like
you got
know
the
what I'm
record
saying? Like
pool already.
I literally have the amount of records where I could drop a project whenever I feel like it. It's not about what I'm trying to record or what I'm looking at. It's about timing. Is it time or is it not time? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing a time, like and that's not like a no flex at all. Come look at the playlist. Pull up to the studio. I invite anybody. Come pull up the Big Friend Studio. Get a session in Madball Productions. We can pull up the G4 Jag playlist. You can see what I've done.
Oh, shout out to Blast. Blast was Blast 89.
Facts.
Blast 89 in there right now recording the hook for a joint I just recorded in Ice Rock Studio.
Salute.
Shout out to Blast 89. Blast 89 sing his ass off, bro.
Salute.
I'm waiting to hear that hook right now.
I was curious too. What for you, Manhattan too? Was Manhattan Mayor always your stage name, or did you have to play on a different one? Because like,
now my stage name used to be TC. That's my nickname for my whole life, TC. And then my brand was Madhattan when I was doing this rap thing maybe like 6-7 years ago. But when I would do showcases and shows and everything, my Instagram and Twitter was Madhattan TC. So everybody just started calling me Madhattan. So I just ended up running with that. That was my brand. So now I'm just sticking with that as my stage name and everything like that.
Okay.
Plus it's the island I'm from, and that's the island, the same place that Jag is from. You know what I'm saying?
We shit fire.
We from Manhattan. We from Manhattan. That's where we at right now.
Let's just break it down to the basics. And it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the mayor. You know what I mean? No de Blasio.
Did you guys have your foot on these guys' necks out here too? When I peeped the Selby Vanguard interview too, you said that you're coming like right back again after nothing was given, Jake, with something for September 11th.
Yeah, 9/11. I always try to, you know what I'm saying? That's a very pivotal date for me. So this is about the art for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not really about, you know what I mean? So I got something I'm cooking in the brew. Me and Rob De Niro, you know, actually met.
Shout out to Rob De Niro
with Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Like
shout
that's
out to Rob De Niro.
that reached out to me because of the work I did with Manhattan, and he kind of, you know, we came together with some beautiful kind of imagery. So I got something special that I'm cooking for the people, and you know, I just hope, you know, they enjoy what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some little something to cut for you.
Nah, they gonna enjoy that shit.
You know what I mean?
They better enjoy that shit.
I promise you this. I'm never gonna waste your time. I'm never gonna waste your time.
Now,
every moment I'm in the studio, I work 16 hours a day on top of going in the studio.
And you got a family.
And I got a family on top of that. So every moment that I spend doing music counts for me. It counts for everything. So when I give people like the world my art, I just want y'all to understand, like, I really appreciate this shit. Like, this is not something every second counts for me.
You gotta understand, motherfuckers is grown men with families.
Right.
We work jobs. We still in the streets, and we still doing music. You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers is living 4 different lives at the same time and all focusing their energy on the music.
Manhattan is on my block right now. We on my block.
We outside.
We outside.
Outside.
We could pull the phone out, walk outside. What my block looks like right now, man.
No, we see the lights right there. We can see
lit out here right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we outside. Like no bullshit. Like.
And when you said earlier too, Rob De Niro too, that's the producer for the people. When they hear that, they'll be like, "You worked with Robert De Niro." It's like, yo, just relax. We're not there.
That's a fact.
Not there yet.
Shout out to Rob De Niro. I did a project earlier this year with him too called San Gennaro. I dropped.
Yeah, so he produced
San
Gennaro in Manhattan, the EP San Gennaro. So like that's how, you know, he ended up reaching out to me. This is actually, like I said, even though Manhattan didn't physically play a part, he's the reason this is coming together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's because of the work he did. Like,
nah, that shit is because you rap your ass off.
I mean, I appreciate that. But like, but Rob De Niro wouldn't be checking for G4 if San Gennaro wasn't in existence. Let's just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with that because the art is fire, and that's what it's supposed to do is build more networks, build more relationships. You know what I'm saying?
one of the tracks that I've been playing is just because like I a big video gamer, I love when I hear it. I'm not saying that there's the sound to it, but when I heard on the corner with Jamal Gasol, uh, and your vocals over that with Fez, I was like, damn man, this gives me Castlevania vibes too. I was curious, can you take me to that when the Gasol vocals came back? Like you were like, God damn, or was he actually in the studio when he laid that down?
Nah, unfortunately, Gasol couldn't be in the studio with me because he was in the town at the time. He was in Niagara Falls. But Gasol is a traveling motherfucker. You know, Gasol one of the hardest workers in the game. So he always pop up in the city. But I used to live in Niagara Falls. I used to live in Center Court. Shout out to the old Chocolate City. Shout out to the old Center Court. So I knew Gasol. I actually had music with Gasol from 10 years, 12 years back. That you know what I'm saying. If you look up on SoundCloud, like if you just SoundCloud a nigga, you'll see me and Jamal Gasol years ago. Like I'm talking 12 years ago. So like he's someone I known like for a long time, and like it's just more of a pleasure to see how he came up in this game and how he like has his own brand and they're really embracing the art that he's bringing to the table. I'm really proud of the bro, like because I seen this come up. I was really there, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. I was talking to somebody else, but G4, even though I'm a Harlem nigga, I'm definitely from New York City. We on 115th between Morningside and Manhattan. Right now, my block is lit. R.P. Wayne, we have my brother's funeral today. It's barbecue on the block. This is where I'm from, but I'm local in mad different cities. I'm local in Buffalo.
He's valid in more cities than you motherfuckers been in. You heard?
I definitely said that on the Sixth Man. I'm valid in more cities than niggas been in. Them drugs that they written, I do that shit for a living. You know what I'm saying? They talking about ratchet. I'm trying to get my pen in because I know I'm killing niggas with the shit that I be penning.
When you said that thing about give me a cot in the attic too, I was like, damn, no, I really did that shit too.
Right. Gotta be outside to understand that energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's not for everybody.
That's fact right there too. Because artwork's everything too. Like that's how a lot of people get into music too. It's all about the artwork too. Um, how was it like picking the artwork for the Six Man and Repercussion too? Because like for both those projects too, the artwork is phenomenal too. Even for Nothing Was the Same too. I'll get into that for a little bit after, but I want to know about those two first.
Well, to build on the Six Man, we kind of had an image because, like I said, this was something where Manhattan was coming to Harlem. Manhattan was pulling up to Madball Studios. He was working with Madball Productions. So for me, it was more bringing him into my world. You know what I'm saying? Because he was really pulling up and dealing with the essence of G4. He's walking by the project building with the G4 on the wall every day, every session. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really was coming into my world on a regular basis. So the artwork, for it to resonate with what I'm already doing, it was a big deal for me. So
it's like he bringing me into the circle.
Yeah,
that's basically what we thought the artwork would represent. And that's exactly what it did.
And the artist from the artwork, salute to Big Drew, from Binghamton, New York. But he was one of the first people who invested into me as an artist from a graphic artist standpoint. I did a project called The Pre-Sessions, which is on that pit, but I'm talking about, I did that project, I want to say maybe 2004, 2005. I'm talking about years and years and years ago. And he was somebody who came to me and said, yo, bro, I love how you rap, but I don't feel like your artwork matches what you bring to the table. So I wanna help you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really just a fan, and I come to find out he was already working with, you know what I'm saying, a lot of industry artists, and he was already getting actually he was very qualified from a graphic artist perspective. So for him to really reach down to the bottom to somebody and just like listen to the bars and be like, yo, this shit fire, but I want it to look like this. And I'm like, well, brother, let me see your vision. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I agree with it, we can work with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we came into my cipher. So when I did the Six Man and I was looking for artwork, I mean, how not righteous? You know what I'm saying? To reach back to the same person who been helping me and been around, and this was a project that me and Manhattan kind of pulled out the sky. because it wasn't
It was out the
yeah,
sky.
it really came out. We was really just building. It was like, yo, my bro, you free? Pull up to the studio. You ain't doing shit.
Completely organic situation.
No bullshit. 100% organic. It wasn't like, yo, we gotta hit this deadline. If we don't hit it, it was like, yo, bro, you know, we got a whole project. We can just drop this shit. That's what we was like, yo, fuck it, drop it, fuck it, let it go. Mad, the coolest motherfucker on God's street. He
don't care about shit.
His whole life. I swear he used to sell pussy before. No funny shit. Excuse my language to the ladies, no disrespect. But like, he the coolest motherfucker I ever met. So it's like, yo, man, hey, yo, you want to drop this project? Hell yeah, drop that project. I'm glad that shit. No fucking problem. So, you know, the shit was so simple and so organic. It was like, why not reach out to Big Drew, who I know will just have this artwork done. He will understand my vision. He'll understand what I'm trying to do, and he'll be able to execute. So
he did his thing on a cover too.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say. 'Cause I like how you just explained that too, like with the two babies in the middle and the circle around too. It's like what you said, Brandon him in the circle too. It's like, oh, okay. I get it.
And between me and you, I already had the artwork for Nothing Was Given, so I knew where I was going. So I wanted to kind of like build, you know what I'm saying, prepare the people for that album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and me and Madhattan, like, for us, this was nothing. Like, he had a project coming. I had a project coming. So it was like, well, let's build up our audiences at the same time. Let's let them know we both exist. And then you give them your project, I give them my project.
All that shit happened on accident. We was just cross branding ourselves on accident.
It was just because we fuck with each other. Yeah, some shit. Like it wasn't. It just happened to be so perfect. Like, and like you just gotta be grateful when shit works out like that.
That's fact. We'll get into some of your most standout tracks and features that you guys are a part of too. Jag, you on the beloved Ups and Downs and Funk P's Ups and Downs. You actually started it off with that fire hook too. I was wondering how that hook came about. Then we'll get into Madhattan's fire verse. He went bar for bar with Conway on drum. So we'll get into with Jag.
I'm glad you see that.
Yeah, that's and I'm glad you brought that record up because that's one of my favorite
Madhattan. You're the first one I played that for. we was going
and the shit that's so crazy about drum is he played it and I'm listening to my brother go crazy. I'm like, whoa! I'm sitting there with the hands because listen, I heard a version the world ain't hear. You know what I'm saying? Like the world don't even know the version I heard.
It's more to that.
It's more to drum than the world knows. You know what I'm saying? Like the world got a different version. I heard a version where he lost his whole fucking business. Not to say he didn't, but he went. We just gonna say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I rapped a little too much.
He rapped a little more than he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? He shaved it down for the people for the release version. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing the brother go crazy. I'm saying like, yo, bro, this just need like one more motherfucking drum. I'm like, yo, if it got a G4 verse or I was just about to say maybe Conway, and then Conway started going crazy.
I ain't even tell him that Conway was on it.
Shit.
I just played it. I was like, yo, listen to this.
I swear to God, I was sitting in this car just like we saying right now, and I'm like, yo, this just need one more. Like, I want one more drum. Not ready for it to be over yet. Like, it's so fire. It need one more joint. And then Conway came, and it was like, oh, you killed it. You fucking bodied it with this feature. This shit is amazing.
Yo, shout to Conway, though, because that LA Leakers freestyle that motherfucker just spit is the best verse I heard all fucking year. Yeah, Conway, that shit is retarded, yo.
He on Ghost status.
For real.
Shout out to Billy Goat Conway right now.
Nah, that shit was crazy. Like, all of them killed the LA Leakers shit, but Con just went off on some other shit. That seemed like an out of body experience. You know when you black?
Yeah.
That's like, yo, you black the fuck out, yo.
To the whole movement because they really doing their thing.
Like
that LA Leakers Conway freestyle, he had some things he had to get over his chest, I guess. You know what I'm saying? 100%. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like that for real. To God, like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And I literally just listened to that shit right now. I just was in the lab, and before I left, I just watched that shit, and I was just completely blown away by that fucking freestyle. Benny killed that shit too, but Con just was like,
the whole set
they fucking went off.
The whole set repped off. It was an entertaining, performance. Everybody did their fucking thing. But like, one more time, salute to the God. Like, you know what I mean? You held it down heavy.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. My guy Red Kai was also there too, carrying that shit too, betting and
Right.
comedy too. I was like, I was curious too on what's that feeling like too, knowing that you can collaborate with an artist but still keep up with them when not at such high caliber too. Because this dude just got a song of Eminem. Like that shit just don't just happen.
You know what? You know what it feels. It like for me, it felt validation. It
Okay.
felt like, yo, I should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like for especially for someone like yourself to tell me that I kept up with him ball for ball. That's validation for me. You know what I'm saying? That's a good feeling. It tells me I'm going in the right direction. It tells me to keep my foot on the gas. It tells me to keep doing what the fuck I'm doing and heading in that same direction, bro. That's 100%. I appreciate that, man, for real.
That's a fact, man. And you're most welcome. I just gotta keep it a buck, or like the beloved said, I gotta keep it a mill.
Always.
And as we just mentioned, the beloved too, Jag, you got that fire hook on ups and downs too. I was curious on how that came about too, because man, that East and West collaboration too, and you got to be a part of that too, because it's what August, and that's still getting plays. Like, whoo! Shout out to Funk P.
Salute to Funk P, man. Salute to the Big West homie Funk P. Salute to Flea Lord for
happy birthday to Flea too. It's Flea birthday today.
Today is
Today's
Flea's
birthday. Happy birthday to Flea.
The Lord, word. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the Lord in there one time.
Word, Lord. Salute to the Lord, Big Lord on his birthday. You feel me? Like, happy birthday to the king. Like, he really doing his fucking thing right now. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that happened? It was just organic. I happened to be chilling with Flea. Flea happened to be building with his brother from the West, Funk P, and he just happened. They was in the studio. I was there. The beat was amazing. I just, you know, I like to say I'm, you know, a nigga is good at what he do, and I happen to be in the right place at the right time. So when I brought that level of energy to the hook, Flea was like, "Yo, put a hook on this, Jag." Like, you know, he had the vision, so you know, I executed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it just came together quite well. Like that's all.
And did French produce that intro for that one too?
Did French produce Bill Witcher? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to.
Motherfuckers be doing too much work. Like we.
I don't know. I need you to know.
I be forgetting who
to do the
shit
research, Lo. You be doing the research, Lo. I don't be knowing.
Man, you guys release so much, man. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. That's why I love when you have like a streaming site too, because like you could be at home cleaning the crib, and then all of a sudden this album could come on that you don't expect to come on because you have it on shuffle. It's like, whoa, that's how Nothing Was Given came out. Like when the first day came out, I didn't listen to it for the first couple of hours. I waited till I got home. And then, you know, I put it on play, and I was like, when I got to that track with Elvis, too, I was like, damn, you know, I'm going to have to sit down and listen to this because what I just heard was fire. So, like,
nah, that's what's up.
So, what
that's what's
up.
Well, because, like, when you hear, like, certain, like, song after song after song, it's like, oh, shit, I didn't skip one track. So, let's go back and sit down with it, too, and actually pay attention to it, too. Because that was track 7. So, when I got to all the way to the end, when I got to Bridges too, I was like, damn, yo, like this would be a dope video to actually shoot.
Yo, you know what's funny is, and that's the video I'm thinking about shooting, is Bridges.
Okay.
He's going around the corner, he said.
All right. My fault. I'm on the block. My fault, King.
All good. I understand. You never know what you come across out there, too.
Nah, my bro just telling me you going around the corner.
No, I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay.
I'm not leaving, mommy. I'm not leaving. Mommy. No. Nah, I'm trying to park.
I was gonna say too.
It's lit out here. It's lit. It's lit outside right now, baby.
Until the budget goes up and I'm in New York, we're just gonna have to do it over the Wi-Fi. So you know, I'm gonna have to.
Yo, this is my best environment, Lo. It's cool with me.
Nah, it's more comfy to do the shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't like Manhattan got me in an uncomfortable space. If you know Manhattan, he M3 and Beamer and something foreign, leather, everything. Manhattan's different. So you know what I'm saying? Like he always comfy. You feel me? Like I promise the bro's comfortable.
Now we out here cooling, bro. We out here cooling for real.
Fendi.
Do you guys? This is a question that I always like asking, but it's actually both dope because you guys are both at the same place at the same time. Do you guys play each other's old work? Like, do you guys go and just like pull up your old work on DatPiff or like something from your hard drive and like, yo, I did this in like 2010. Do you guys do that sometimes?
Once in a while,
yeah, once in a while, like
you know, because I work a lot, so
I do the same
yeah,
shit.
I'll
It's
be bored
difficult.
as
It's
fuck.
real
So like
difficult.
every once in a while, I definitely just look mad hand up on YouTube and scroll through his playlist. I'll be sitting there with my other workers and shit. I'll be like, yo, this is my bro, but I won't tell him I got a project with him and shit, right? So I let them hear his shit. And they be like, damn, he's fire. Like, you know what I mean? They be really in tune. I be like, I got a whole project with this mother. I flex a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got a whole project with that.
For me, that shit is wild difficult. I don't be listening to too much people's shit. I listen to Jag shit, but I don't listen to too much other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I be so focused on trying to record as much as I can, try to make as many moves as I can, and then still be the best dad I could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? So it's real difficult to stay in tune with everything like that. But if it's my bro, I'm listening to my bro shit. You know what I'm saying? And anybody I fuck with on a regular basis, I'm listening to their shit and I'm tuned in, I'm tapped in. You already know. My son got the cigar out here.
Right. You're on pip time.
Would you guys say too? Visuals are important then too. When you guys have a certain record, people are gravitating towards too.
I think visuals are wild important, and I think visuals are something that people are straying away from. I don't understand
we gotta give them something, you know what I'm saying? Or the 6 man they've been asking for.
Fact. That's
like,
a fact.
You know
We was talking about it back a while ago. Yeah.
We was just like, what happened was, I'm to be honest with you, life had happened for both of us. So we had some things we had to clean up. So you know, now that things is back to normal, we're just gonna get together and make sure the visuals happen because the people deserve it.
But it's always the visuals. I feel like they gotta be quality visuals, and you gotta get the right person editing everything. You don't get somebody who edits shit good, then your shit gonna come out looking traki. You can't have that shit.
No traka visuals.
Nah, for real.
Looks like they made the shit on an iPhone if you get the wrong people.
That's a
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack though. A dude I just did a video with, The Revenant. He shot a video on a fucking iPhone. I think it was for Shahef or for Dash or somebody, and the shit came out looking official, bro. Okay. So it's like it's all about the editing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. iPhones got 4K now. Like you can shoot 4K video on an iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And shouts to The Revenant too, man. He just did a video for me in Rome Streets, man. Shout to the boy Rome Streets too. One of the other motherfuckers who nasty coming out of New York.
Yeah, salute to Rome Streets. I've been into this shit too. This shit is crazy.
Is that Revenant guy? Is he a producer as well?
Yeah, he just produced a project for Shahef that just came out, Wolf of Black Wall Street.
Okay. I was gonna say too, he actually produced for my guy Norm Regular with the track of him and Vic Spencer, New Rolex.
Yeah. That's him. Same dude.
Okay.
And he shoot videos, bro. Yeah.
I've been seeing that guy's name pop up frequently for the past 2 weeks. I gotta tap in.
He's putting in a lot of work, bro. He's putting in a lot of work.
Okay. When I like how you're so open to collaborate with people too, Madhattan too. I caught that Top Shelf Premium you did of J. Royale too.
Shout out to Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Living Envious Styles joint?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, shout to the bro Davino. It's funny, I went to high school with Davino, bro.
Oh really?
I call him Los. Everybody call him Davino. I call him Los. I've known him for like 20 years, bro. Shout to Los. Shout to Davino. I was on his joint maybe last year by myself also, but I just pulled up there for Envy. I was actually going to the lab, and Envy was heading up there. He's like, yo, you stop up there for a second with us? I was like, bet, whatever. And it just turned into a whole thing where I'm kicking it with J. Royale. Shout to J. Royale, ill dude, ill rapper. I met him a bunch of times before that, so, you know, it was all love when he pulled up and everything.
I was going to say, too, you guys actually would make, like, a fire collaborative EP, too. Like,
We're about to jump on some shit together right now. Body Bag Ben just sent me, the dude who produced Duck Season, Body Bag Ben, just sent me a record with a verse open for me that J. Royale's jumping on. We might get fast on that joint too.
Okay. So the people can expect that in the future too.
Possibly to see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
With you guys actually having like a crazy feedback of the 6 man too. Um, would you guys be opposed to like continuing that too? Like possibly like calling it like
Hell no, I'm not opposed to any of that shit. I work with my brother whenever he hit me up like, yo, I need a verse. I say, you tell me what send a beat, send a beat. That's it. We working. That's it. We gonna do this shit again,
Yeah,
definitely.
nah, six man. I don't know what we're gonna title it, but
It's not gonna be a six man
it's
too. It'll
not.
be something
It'll
different.
be something different.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Don't make it the 6 man
we
too or the
definitely
seventh man. Don't call it the seventh.
that's gonna be so much fun. Like because, like I said, with the bro, it's more just like yo, pull up, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So
And
I'm
I'm
looking
all
forward
for
to
that,
it.
yo,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
it's definitely coming forward.
This is one of my better recording experiences for real. Just pulling up, messing with Jag and the French, and building everything from scratch and really doing everything organically. The shit was just it's like if you a rapper, this is the way you want to rap. This is the way you want to record. It's
Yeah.
to build everything from scratch and to actually make something that organic. You know what I'm saying?
Would you guys too have more collaborations in the work with IMT too? Because I know you collaborated them with them Manhattan, but maybe we can
I
expect.
just I just did it. I just did a joint the other day for Ike.
Oh, but
I
I mean
fuck
like
with Ike.
no, I mean like possibly like when you guys record together like on future projects for like with you and Jag, not just you sololy, like with
Oh,
you,
okay, all right, right.
yeah, like with you and Jag on it.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. I'm down for that all day.
I'm with it. You know,
I
whatever.
might, yo, I'm uptown right now. I might go check them right now because they got the slushies right next to the spot.
Oh,
I
it's
might,
open.
I
That's where
might,
we going.
I might go get, I might
You
go get
shouldn't
some
even
mango
say that.
slushies, bro.
That's where we going. Let's go. We on our way.
I love how Jag all your projects. It's like a continuation of your story from the last one too, because like it's like it all connects. So when the people actually get to the 6 man too, what do you want people to get from that project? Like, do you want people to showcase? I mean, do you want people to actually get that you guys can go bar for bar and keep up with each other, or was it to kind of like bring Manhattan into the circle more, like how you said more, and like kind of be like, "This is my bro right here." So when you see me, you're gonna see him as well.
I think I wanted to even take it one step further and say we can go ball for ball with anyone. Like that's what the six man was really about. It's saying like, yo, the people who you might view as coming off the bench could score with anybody that's in the game. So it doesn't really make a difference what the position is on the team. Pay attention to who's getting the buckets.
6 man getting the award too.
You know what I'm saying? Like and I feel like with Manhattan, like he said himself, he said it ain't gonna be the six man by next year, bro. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna be six on the bench no more. And I
Yeah.
said, yo, there's nothing I respect more than that, King, because that's literally the perspective that I want to draw. You know, when I'm talking about the artwork. So it's just like all my music is a reflection of my real life. So with the six man, it just literally happened to be how I felt, where I was at that position in my moment in my career.
So
So
you
I can't, I might not.
motherfuckers metaphor the shit out the title, bro.
That's a fact.
We
Like
double
yeah,
entendre
yeah,
the
yeah.
title.
I
Like,
mean,
come on.
and that's just for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing more than the love of the art. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and so I honestly feel like what me and him put to the table, you know, it's appreciated now, but it'll be appreciated more when the next one come out. You know what I'm saying? You get to go back and really look at the story and see where we came from to where we are.
And even on
That
track,
past one.
and even on track three, when y'all said y'all like it's called different. Yeah, this collaboration is different, but in a good way though.
Nah, 100% it is.
Right, right. You know what's funny about that record? It was a little slower than both of our likings at first, but it made it. It was so different for both of us, and it was like by the time we finished bar for bar, and it was like, yo, we did it again. We did it again, bro.
And that was a weird loop too and everything. Like
Right,
motherfuckers had to
right. It
double
was
up the
mad
last ball.
shit that was like, you know what I'm saying? We had to. That's really why it was titled different, is because the way it came together was so different. It was like different than any other song, because most of the records it was like boom bang, you know what I mean, real quick we out of there type shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Because it really is a simple process for us because it's so natural. It's not that it takes a short time. It's just that we put years in before this. So when we walk in the studio, you're seeing years of experience step into the booth. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's walking in and
Motherfuckers
playing.
not trying hard for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we've been doing this. We put in the 10,000 hours already. Motherfuckers is doing
Right.
this because this is what we do, this is what we live, this is what we breathe, this is what we eat, you know?
I'm gonna say too, when I'm listening to the Six Man too, I listen to music in a weird ways too when I really like a project too. So when I really like a project from top to bottom, I'll listen to it literally from top to bottom. So what I'm saying by that is now I'll listen to tracks 1 through 3 probably about 10 times. Then I go backwards and play track 10 to 1 about 10 times.
Lit.
So when I did it with the Six Man, I tried it with track 6 all the way to track 1, 2. And man, you can even play that backwards, man, and it still gives you a vibe, man. Like I can't explain that vibe. Like cut out cut out the
You know
shadows
what you
from
know
the
what the craziest thing to me about the whole layout of the project is on accident for the first 3 records, Jag sets it off. And then on accident for the last 3 records, I set it off. It's almost like we going back and forth with each other, even on the placement of the records.
yeah.
It's
Right.
crazy. Like and if you play it backwards, it's gonna be the exact opposite way. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it just like we trading. It's sparring. We trading punches with each other, but it's all in good fun, and we all drumming. That's the whole point of the shit. It's crazy. Like everything came about organically, and still had like a structure to it without it trying to be structured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's organically too, but when you go back and look back at it time, it makes sense. It was like an unwritten prophecy, should I say.
Right.
And I like how you said that too, because when I listened to it backwards too, I was like, man, like I swear I heard Jag first couple of verses, and when like I went back, I was like, wow, Manhattan did the last 3, and Jag did the first 3. And when I went back, it says Manhattan the first 3, and Jag the last 3. I was like, damn, man, you can listen to this backwards, and like it still sounds an incredible project. But that's so rare for a project that you can actually go back and listen to it backwards and still get a different vibe off it too. But it's not like a totally different vibe. It's like, wow, like these guys went bar for bar on this.
I appreciate you for that
Man,
one.
that's love, bro. Appreciate
Real.
that. That's a big compliment, man. We really appreciate that.
It's a fact. Well, I just gotta keep it a buck too, because man, like even that ambitious as a writer. Now, French, I know you didn't produce that one though, but man, you guys still went off on that. I just love when you guys rap over French's production though. Just something about French's touch.
Well, that's because we built them tracks with French from the ground up. That's like really I love that shit about the whole experience, bro.
Yeah, that's like my favorite part about doing music at this point in my career is that I actually get to work with a producer consistently who understands my vision. So that helps when it comes to like really building every last piece of art that I'm putting in the universe. You know what I'm
And that
saying?
shit helps you get better as an artist.
Yeah, it really does. Like, so I'm used to I can cater songs to however I want to cater them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different process.
And shout to Ice Rocks. I got that same type of relationship with my bro Ice Rocks.
And salute to Ice Rocks for letting me rock on that on the corner too, man. Like giving me a
Facts,
crop
he
too.
produced the joint
No,
with
he
Jamal
did.
Gasol. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
That's an Ice Rocks track.
Me and Ice Rocks got a project coming out next month, man. Brown Water Bible. That shit dropping soon.
Woo!
You're working. Jeez. Project Fam, Fast Life. What else you got projects with?
Well, I had a bunch of projects that I was saving for next year, but instead of doing that, I'm pooling all those records, and I'm gonna make an actual album out of all those records, and then take everything else and start working on projects off of that. So I'm trying to put together the best album I could drop next year, and that's the goal right now.
Um, I was wondering too, when you guys are in the studio together too, do you guys write everything off your phone or is it just off the dome?
Jag don't write nothing on the phone. Jag write everything on pen and paper.
Damn.
My ass is on the phone like this, looking like I'm texting 18 different bitches at the same time, and Jag over there look like he's fucking writing a manuscript.
Yo, I have to scribe with a pen and paper, brother. Every song that I write is scribed with a pen and paper. I don't know. I don't even want nothing to do with it if I don't have a pen and paper.
Okay, well that just keeps it true to the roots as well. I'm not saying the phone isn't either because it's more easier because if you lose that paper you're kind of screwed. But I was curious that because you've been doing this for a long time too. Have you guys ever like framed one of your lyrics that you ever wrote down, just a reminder for where you guys like wrote down, or as a reminder for where you came from? Just like, wow, we wrote this down, or that's not in the mind process yet too, because everyone's different.
You talking about like saying a lyric over, or you talking about like fucking like having some shit and like being like, wow, I said that?
Or just
You
give
said
me a second.
frame,
Oh,
Sorry.
frame. Like, what does that mean, frame?
like in a picture frame. Like,
Oh, no, no, no.
Like, would you guys
nah,
ever have it like let's say there's a piece of
I
paper?
would, I would. You know what? That's a reason why I scribe is because I can have records of all the verses that I've written. So even though you look at it, I heard you say like, if you lose it, you kind of like assed out. But I look at it like this. Number one, I have a vision. So once I scribe my vision and I say it on wax, I really no longer need the paper. It's already on wax. I just need that transition from paper to wax. So once I record it and I, get it off in the booth, the paper now at that point is just more of a sentimental value. It has no musical value to me because I now memorize the verse. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need the paper anymore. So if I lose it or not, it's not really a big deal. And I don't write anything before I'm in the studio. So it's not like I'm walking around and I'm trying to preserve my raps and like, oh, I hope I don't lose this paper before I get to the booth. I'm only writing when I'm in the studio and the beats can be created at that point. So whatever I write, like the book doesn't leave the studio. My book is in Frenchie. So I walk up Frenchie with my book. Who moved my book? My book is not where I left it. I'm looking for my book. Yo, the book is up there. The book is on the shelf. You left the book in the booth. I know where the book is at. But my book stays in the studio. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't write stuff outside the studio.
See, I'm different. I'll be outside writing shit all day. But I don't write full verses enough, and I be putting bars down in the phone and everything like that,
Yeah.
just in case I get a situation where I'm doing a feature or some shit like that, and I'm like, all right, I could go to these bars that I have in the folder. I have like 10 folders of random bars. And
Yeah.
I'll be doing a feature for somebody, and I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna put this one in there, and so I structure the whole shit around that. I got other folders in my phone that's just jump off bars, which is like the first bars to a verse, just so I have them shits ready for any situation I get in when it comes to this rap shit.
Okay. And I like how two different perspectives too. That's very interesting too, in the chemistry that you guys have too. That's interesting too on the writing process that you guys have. Um,
Yeah.
but Jay, you might want to hold on to those Survivor handwritten songs because on the 5 year anniversary, you might be able to sell those pieces of paper for maybe something on Bandcamp as a memorial for the 5 year anniversary for the survivors too. Because I noticed, man, I forget who it was, but they were selling the lyrics that they wrote for an album that just came out. I'm like, damn, like imagine that if that was for 5 years. So that's
You know what's crazy too? There's a person that puts them shits on street signs. I forget who the bro is that does that shit.
That.
They put people's lyrics on street signs and then put them shits up in random places in New York. They do that shit. Like that shit is crazy. Like
now the scribe lyrics is definitely turning into like a thing. But that's not why I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I do it because that's how I express myself. I need to write in order to express myself. But it might be something I look into. You know what I mean? Like it's just not something it's not something that's necessarily in the paradigm at this moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was just gonna say, like, within 5 years from now, people are gonna go back and look back at that Survivors like, "Damn, you were really awesome as shit." It's what August that came out in January, and we're still talking about it.
I mean, God bless. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a blessing. That's a good big blessing right there.
Because music's so disposable nowadays, but I think it's when you actually take your time and do the music and like put thought and process into it, it can last. As opposed to so I won't take up most of your time, gents, too. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your day for actually getting together to do this.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. Trust.
We appreciate you,
We appreciate you giving us the opportunity to voice our opinions on the music and talk about our shit, man. That's why we do this.
And that's why it gives the listeners more appreciation for the art, too, because they can actually hear what went into it.
Hell yeah, that's a great thing.
Is there anything y'all want to plug in before I let you go, Jones?
Fucking damn, there's a bunch of shit. Go check that Duck Season video out right now on YouTube. Go check that. Me and the Bro Fast Life. Me and the Bro Fast Life dropping our project No Politics very soon. Check for that Brownwater Bible. Should be coming next month. I got a couple videos dropping off that. If you in the city, you in the town, or anything like that, August 30th, pop out to the Supply and Demand show. Mayhem Loren is headlining it. Camino performing. Flea Lord performing. Crime Apple performing. I'm gonna be on stage with my bro Fast Life, Danielson performing, Riggs performing. There's a bunch of people performing at that shit. Got a bunch of merch out there. That's brought to you by Top Shelf. Shout out to the dudes at Top Shelf, Mark and all them. There's a bunch more shit coming from me. I got a bunch more shit. I'm always working. I just came from the lab right now, you know. I know Jag on the same type of time, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Like I said, my brother just got shot last week, so last couple of weeks I've been kind of out of it. But I'm working on this project for September 11th right now with Rob Nero. I'm working on some visuals for Nothing Was Given. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna talk about doing something for the 6 man. Yo, in the middle of the interview on the block right now, you see niggas running up talking about, yo, shout out to Law 11 5 to the motherfucking sky. You know what I'm saying? We outside, baby. So, yeah, I'm doing some things, man. Just trying to continue to build the brand and get the people to art. You know what I'm saying?
And me and Jag definitely gonna lock back in with French and put some shit together very soon.
To the bro Frenchie, man. Real talk, man. Both productions, man.
And for the people listening to you, if you haven't checked out the 6 man, but you checked out Repercussions and the Survivors, go check out the 6 man. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, definitely go check out the 6 man. Y'all need to be tuned in, tapped in for that right there.
Shit is heavy work.
With that being said, this is another classic interview and the 3rd episode from the Desk Below Visual Sessions featuring my guy G4J and Madhattan.
We in the farmer right now on the block. You already know. Mac! Mac, no battle rappers. You feel me?